The Ethnic Enrichment Festival is in its 38th year and happens here at Swope Park from August 18th through the 20th. Here to tell us more about the festival and what's happening this year is Jim Wilson, Festival Manager, and Melinda Minks with Kansas City, Missouri Parks. Thank you for taking time to talk to us today about the festival. Jim, can you tell us how the festival got started?
Well, back in 1976, there were 6 countries that wanted to display Kansas City's diversity, and they worked with Mayor Wheeler, and they did things around the city. And then in 1980, we had our first festival, and that, after a decree by Richard Berkeley, the mayor, in 1980, we became the Ethnic Enrichment Commission, and just started with 6 countries, and now we have over 66 countries here in the Ethnic Commission.
And how many people are you anticipating are going to attend this year, Melinda?
Hopefully, with everything that we've done prior to and your show, we're anticipating at least 50,000 people over the 3 days.
Oh my goodness. And are most of them from the KC Metro? Are they from out of the city?
About 80% are local folks from our 5-county metropolitan area, but about 20% come from outside our state to the north, south, east, and west. So it's really a terrific gathering of people who enjoy diversity and who enjoy wonderful food and crafts and music and dance.
And the food that is going to be here, you're not going to necessarily find at restaurants here in Kansas City. These are homemade dishes that are shared for just a weekend by families who live here and have chosen Kansas City to be their home.
Right.
In addition to the food, Jim, what other activities can families expect to find?
Every half an hour during the whole weekend, we have a different country that displays their music and dance. And we'll also have a special area just for kids where they can make hats and do different kinds of games and see different kinds of instruments.
And there's also fun for adults as well.
Oh, yes. We have a beer garden with international beers. And of course, everybody likes to walk around and try the different food at the 65 different booths.
At 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon is the Parade of Flags. And I always call that a goosebump thing, because when you see all these nations in their native dress bringing their country's flags, they'll introduce themselves and wish everybody well and wish them welcome to the festival. Then on Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock, we have the International Fashion Show. And that's when our commissioners come up in their native dress again, and then they describe it to the people as to what they're wearing. And if it's a particular season of the year that they have on, they'll share that as well. One thing Jim forgot to mention was that all of our kids get passports, and they go country to country to get their passport stamped, and our passports are shaped very much like our own international passport. So this is one of those collector things that they really enjoy.
Yes.
And how culturally rich, but also educational, because they get to go from booth to booth to understand what country that they're in.
Exactly. And what we suggest to the parents as we give the passports is that they go home and find a world map and plot on that map where they were on one given Sunday or Saturday or Friday.
What a great idea. So how much does it cost to enter the festival?
It's a $5 admission at the gates, and children under 12 are free.
And cash only then?
Cash only, yes.
Okay. Well, this sounds like such an exciting event, and we're looking forward to it. And thank you for all that you do for this one event that attracts how many people?
Up to 50,000. We can go over that this year.
And how many of them are from outside of Kansas City?
We figure about 20%. And how do we arrive at that? We do surveys, but we also go around in the parking lot and look at the out-of-state license tags. So it's basic stuff, but we get a pretty good idea of who's local and who's not.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for all that you do here at the festival and throughout the year for the community.
Well, thank you, and we hope to see you at the festival.
Yeah.
The Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund supports local nonprofits that bring cultural, social, educational, and recreational activities to our area. To learn about additional upcoming events, visit kcmo.gov/NTDF.